Today I'm with world-renowned author David Horsager. For you in Rainbow, you know that he has wrote a most important book called The Trust Edge and The Trusted Leader.
As you know, I see a lack of trust as the biggest cost in every organization. It always affects the bottom line. It always affects impact. One of the organizations that's used our work deeply says, the CEO says, trust is the grease that makes all the wheels turn.
When we adopted the Trust Edge, I could see it as an educational tool. Mm-hmm. It's just a practical mechanism. It's explainable, it's repeatable, and you can be accountable to each pillar. We're no good at all 8. None of us are Jesus Christ, right? But we can always strive to be better. One of the very first lessons that when I was with you was you said, in every interaction, you increase or decrease trust. And it made me look inside. What do I do personally, professionally, that is adding to that well of trust or actually chipping away or hemorrhaging it even worse? When you came up with that, where did you see that made such a prominent impact in the Trust Edge in your book?
We call the final pillar consistency. The queen or king of the pillars, right? Consistency. I trust you for whatever you do consistently. If you're late all the time, I will absolutely trust you to be late, right? And that's where it came, that idea of every single interaction. We look at consistency. People are trusted for whatever they do consistently. The only way to build a brand is consistency of experience. Not the same color logo. I mean consistency of experience every time I show up. The only way to build a reputation, whether it's a reputation of being late every time or a better reputation, it's showing up the same way every time.
So when you see a small business, would you say that it's time consuming to adopt the pillars, to look at yourself inward and how you interact with people and process?
There's 2 sides to that. One, it does take work to build trust. It takes some intention, even here, where it maybe didn't take more work than other things. It took some intention, some time. Whenever you're going to trickle anything out, it takes, to do it right, does take some work. Now, you had a flow of it. You had people buy in and just add it to what you were doing. But for me to say it doesn't take work to build trust or to be intentional or to drive culture, it takes work to drive any culture. So it's going to take work to drive a high trust culture. But what do you have on the other side? You want to talk about something that costs time? A lack of trust. Let's say, think of the cost. Here, just think of what's easier to do a deal with high trust or have to redo a deal because of a lack of trust. The cost of going back over, of checking, it's enormous amount of time, enormous amount of effort. Trust always affects the speed to do things, the cost, the attrition, the retention, everything else.
Well, that's fantastic. David, thank you very much. I know that your work and the framework that you developed helped PCI immeasurably, and it's really helping the folks that we serve. Our mission is to help them build their business. And as a consequence, we ride right along with their success. So thank you very much, and I appreciate it. And I hope all of Rainbow out there, you listen to this man, read his books, read his material, and teach it, adopt it, and you will do extraordinarily well. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Peter.